You're scrolling through Instagram and you see him. You know the guy. Designer watch, nice car, vacation in Bali, fancy restaurants every weekend. And you think to yourself, man, this rabbit's got it made. He's killing it. Plot twist. That rabbit has 47 carats in his savings account. Negative net worth. One missed paycheck away from complete disaster. Meanwhile, there's another rabbit, drives a 2012 Honda, packs lunch, lives in a normal apartment, never posts on Instagram. That rabbit has 250,000 carats saved up and doesn't owe anybody anything. Same age, same city, completely different financial realities. And here's the crazy part. The broke rabbit makes more money. How does that even happen? My name is Roger Rabbit, and I spend way too much time thinking about why high earners with impressive lifestyles often have less actual wealth than minimum wage savers. Like, this genuinely keeps me up at night because the math makes no sense until you understand the psychology. Look, if you're someone who makes decent money, but somehow always feels broke at the end of the month, or if you've ever looked at your bank account and thought, where did it all go? Or if you're stuck in what I call the high income, zero wealth trap, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if this video helps you avoid financial disaster, give it a thumbs up so more rabbits can see it. Because here's the thing. This isn't about how much you make. It's about a fundamental misunderstanding of what wealth actually is. All right, so let me paint you a picture. Two rabbits. Let's call them Alex and Brian. Alex makes $120,000 carats a year. That's $10,000 a month before taxes. Nice job. Marketing director or something. Lives in a luxury apartment. $3,200 a month. Drives a BMW. $850 monthly payment. Eats out basically every night because he's too busy to cook. Easily $600 a month. Gym membership at the fancy place. $200. The newest phone every year. Nice clothes. Weekend trips. You see where this is going. After taxes, Alex brings home about $7,500 a month. Sounds like a lot, right? Here's his monthly breakdown. Rent, $3,200. Car payment, $850 car insurance. For the BMW, $220. Eating out, $600. Bars and going out, $400. Gym, $200 subscriptions. Netflix, Spotify, that meditation app he used twice, $75. Phone, $120. Random Amazon purchases, $300. Weekend activities, $500. We're at $6,465. Haven't even covered utilities, gas, or the unexpected stuff. And I guarantee you, Alex is spending more on miscellaneous than he thinks. So Alex making $120,000 a year is basically living paycheck to paycheck, has maybe $2,000 in savings on a good month, but probably has $15,000 in credit card debt from emergencies and lifestyle creep. Net worth, negative. Now Brian makes $35,000 carats a year working retail. That's about $2,100 a month after taxes. Lives with a roommate, $750 for his half. Drives a 2012 Civic he bought used, paid off, no car payment. Cooks at home most days. Goes to the regular gym, $30 a month. Phone is 2 years old, still works fine. Monthly expenses, rent, $750, car insurance, $95, groceries, $280, eating out, once a week, $120, gym, $30, gas, $100, entertainment, $80, miscellaneous, $100, total $1,555. Brian saves $545 every single month. That's $6,540 a year. He's been doing this for 5 years while Alex has been building his career and enjoying life. Brian has $32,700 in savings, plus a car worth $8,000, net worth $40,700. Alex has $2,000 in checking, $15,000 in credit card debt, a car worth $35,000, but he owes $28,000 on it. Net worth, negative $6,000. The rabbit making $35,000 is wealthier than the rabbit making $120,000. This is the $0 net worth trap, and it's everywhere. Now you might be thinking, okay, Roger, but Alex is living his life. He's young. He'll save later. Here's what most people don't realize. Alex has trained his brain to need that lifestyle. This is where it gets really interesting from a psychology standpoint. There's this concept called the hedonic treadmill. Basically, as your income goes up, your expectations and desires rise with it. You get a raise, you upgrade your life, and suddenly the new normal feels like barely getting by. Alex didn't start spending $3,200 on rent. When he made $60,000, he spent $1,400. Then he got promoted. New salary felt like finally breathing room, so he upgraded. Nicer place, nicer car, nicer restaurants, but here's the trap. His expenses rose faster than his income. At $60,000, he was spending $4,000 per month. Saving a little, at $80,000, he was spending $5,500 per month. Saving nothing. At $120,000, he's spending $7,200 per month. Going backwards, it's called lifestyle inflation, and it's the silent wealth killer. See, Brian never had the income to inflate his lifestyle. $35,000 is $35,000. He learned to live well within his means because he had to. And weirdly, that constraint made him wealthier. There's a study, I think it was from a 2019 survey by Charles Schwab, that found that 59% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck make over $100,000 a year. Think about that. 6 figures, still broke, because income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is what you make. Wealth is what you keep. Here's another wild statistic. According to a Federal Reserve study, the median net worth of someone making $100,000 to $150,000 per year is only around $460,000, and that includes their house. Strip out home equity, many of them have less than $50,000 in actual liquid wealth. Meanwhile, there are people making $40,000 with $100,000 saved because they understood one simple truth: wealth is built in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Alex has no gap. Brian has a huge gap. Look, I want to show you something that might genuinely change how you think about money. It's basic math, but most people never actually run these numbers. Let's say Alex wakes up tomorrow and has an epiphany, decides to actually build wealth. He cuts his lifestyle back, not to Brian's level, but just reasonable, moves to a $2,000 apartment instead of $3,200, sells the BMW, buys a $15,000 used car outright, no payment, starts cooking 5 days a week instead of eating out every night. His expenses drop from $7,200 per month to $4,500 per month. He's now saving $3,000 a month. In 1 year, $36,000 saved. In 5 years, $180,000, not even counting compound interest or investment returns. In 10 years, $360,000. If he invests that $3,000 per month in a basic index fund averaging 8% annual returns, historically conservative estimate, here's what happens. After 10 years, $550,000. After 20 years, $1.75 million. After 30 years, $4.5 million. Same income, same job, different choices. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Brian, saving his $545 per month and investing it at 8%. After 10 years, $100,000. After 20 years, $318,000. After 30 years, $815,000. Brian becomes a millionaire too, just by being consistent. Takes him a bit longer, but he gets there. On a $35,000 salary, the difference? Brian started now. Alex is waiting for later, and here's the brutal truth. Later never comes. Alex tells himself, I'll save when I make $150,000. Then he makes $150,000 and says, I'll save when I make $200,000. The goalpost keeps moving because his lifestyle keeps expanding. There's this quote, I think it was from Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. That hit different when I first read it. Now look, I get it. There's massive social pressure to live a certain way when you make a certain income. Your coworkers are going to the nice restaurant. Your friends are taking expensive vacations. Everyone on social media looks like they're winning at life. You feel like if you're not doing these things, you're falling behind. Here's what most people don't realize. 90% of those people are faking it. That coworker with the Rolex, financed. That friend in Tulum every other month, on credit card debt. That influencer with the luxury lifestyle, rented for content. We're all comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel, and it's making us broke. There's this thing called conspicuous consumption, spending money on visible goods to signal wealth and status. The problem is actual wealthy rabbits don't do this. You know who does? People who want to look wealthy. Real wealth is invisible. It's in bank accounts and investment portfolios. It's boring. It doesn't photograph well for Instagram. One of the wealthiest rabbits I know drives a 2015 Toyota and lives in a normal suburban house. You'd never know he has $3 million in index funds because he doesn't care about signaling. He cares about freedom. And that's the real difference. Alex is spending for status. Brian is saving for freedom. Status is expensive. Freedom is priceless. Here's another psychological trap. The sunk cost fallacy applied to lifestyle. Alex thinks, well, I've already signed this lease. I've already bought this car. I've already built this lifestyle. Might as well keep it. But every month you continue a lifestyle you can't afford is another month you're not building wealth. The lease ends. The car loan can be refinanced or sold. The lifestyle can change. The question isn't, can I afford the monthly payment? The question is this getting me closer to financial independence or further away? If Alex took his $120,000 salary and lived like he made $60,000, he'd be a millionaire in about 12 years. But instead, he's living like he makes $150,000 and will probably be broke at 65. Here's what usually happens. Alex hits 35, maybe 40, starts thinking about the future, checks his retirement account, has like $30,000 saved, does the math, realizes at this rate he'll have maybe $400,000 by 65, which sounds like a lot until you realize that's not enough to retire on. Not even close. Social Security might give him another $2,000 per month. So he's looking at living on $2,500 to $3,000 per month in retirement. Remember, he's currently spending $7,200 per month. That's when the panic sets in. That's when he realizes he's been on a treadmill for 15 years and hasn't moved an inch forward. And look, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom here, but this is the reality for millions of high earners. They wake up one day and realize they've built a lifestyle, not wealth. The good news, it's fixable, but it requires a fundamental shift in how you think about money. You have to stop measuring success by income and start measuring it by net worth. You have to stop asking, can I afford the payment? And start asking, will this increase or decrease my net worth? You have to stop comparing yourself to people's Instagram feeds and start comparing yourself to your financial goals. Now you might be thinking, Roger, this sounds boring. I don't want to live like Brian. I want to enjoy my life. And here's the thing. Brian is enjoying his life. He sleeps well at night. He's not stressed about money. He has options. If he hates his job tomorrow, he can quit. He has a year of expenses saved. Can Alex do that? Brian goes on vacations. He just plans them and saves for them instead of putting them on a credit card. Brian eats out, just not every single night. Brian has nice things. He just waits until he can actually afford them instead of financing everything. This isn't about deprivation. It's about intention. All right, so what do you actually do with this information? Step 1, calculate your actual net worth. Assets minus liabilities. Everything you own minus everything you owe. Write it down. This number is your reality check, not your income, not your job title, your net worth. If it's negative or close to zero, you're in the trap. Acknowledgement is step 1. Step 2, track your spending for 1 month. Every carrot, every subscription, every coffee, everything. You cannot manage what you don't measure. Most people have no idea where their money actually goes. Step 3, identify the gap. Look at your income after taxes. Look at your expenses. What's the gap? If the gap is zero or negative, you're in trouble. You need to either make more or spend less. Preferably both. Step 4, audit your lifestyle. Go through every expense and ask, is this bringing me closer to financial independence or further away? That $3,200 apartment, maybe you love it, but is it worth delaying financial freedom by 10 years? That car payment, is the status symbol worth being broke? Be ruthless. Your future self will thank you. Step 5, automate your savings. Don't save what's left after spending. Spend what's left after saving. Set up automatic transfers the day you get paid. If you're making $120,000, you should be saving at least $2,000 per month. Ideally more. Make it automatic so you can't talk yourself out of it. Step 6, invest. Don't just save. Cash in a savings account is losing value to inflation. You need to invest. Low-cost index funds, retirement accounts, real estate if that's your thing. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, but only if you actually use it. Look, I know this might sound harsh. I know it's not fun to hear that your lifestyle might be the problem, but here's the truth. Every single day you spend at or above your income is a day you're choosing temporary comfort over long-term freedom. And the rabbits who figure this out early, who build wealth while everyone else is building debt, those are the rabbits who actually win. Not because they have the nicest car or the fanciest apartment, because they have options. They have freedom, they have peace of mind. That's real wealth. Alex can change his trajectory today. He doesn't need a higher income. He needs different priorities. The $0 net worth trap is real, but it's also completely avoidable. The question is, which rabbit are you going to be? If this video helped you see things differently, hit that subscribe button. We're putting out carrot business lessons every single week. And if you know someone stuck in this trap, send them this video. Might be the wake-up call they need. Thanks for watching. I'm Roger Rabbit, and I'll see you in the next one.